Welcome into another video. This time we're talking about my top 5 fantasy breakouts for 2023. Coming in at number 5, we're going to talk about Alexander Madison. Now, Alexander Madison was set to go. He was going in free agency. He was done for. He said, I want to be a starter in the NFL. And he ended up coming back on a 2-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings. And I said on the channel before, you guys can go check it out, that I knew Dalvin Cook was going to get released because there's no way that Alexander Madison's going to come back to the Vikings in kind of a secondary type of role. He was vocal that he wanted to be a starter, and then he ended up signing a 2-year deal with the Vikings, so I knew he was going to be the starter for this team. This team wants him to be the 1A type of guy. They don't have anybody else in the backfield. Ty Chandler, and they got McBride, the rookie. There's nobody going to even compete for Alexander Madison to have any type of role in 2023. This guy is deemed for a monster season. Over his career so far, he's had 8 games where he's had over 20 carries per game, and each of those carries he either went over 100 yards rushing, over 3 pass catches every game, and multiple touchdowns in multiple of those games. He has provided absolutely dominant fantasy performances when he's given the opportunity. This year, no one's going to be in his way. He will be the man the entire season, and look for dominant performances week in and week out. He's easily going to crop into probably the top 10 running backs and possibly even be a top 5 running back when it's all said and done. Starting next season, you probably could see Alexander Madison being drafted in the 1st round. So take him at a discount this year. Grab him early because he's going to be dominant this year. He's definitely going to be a breakout in 2023. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. Moving on to number 4, we're going to go over with Chris Olave. Now, this guy showed out really good as a rookie, and in my opinion, he's getting an upgrade at quarterback. It's not Jameis Winston, it's not Andy Dalton. Now we have Derek Carr. Derek Carr is not no type of world beater type of quarterback, but I think he is definitely a clear upgrade over like an Andy Dalton, which we had most of the season, and he still produced at a high level. On top of that, Juwan Johnson at the tight end spot. Michael Thomas should be coming back on the other side. Alvin Kamara should be back sooner or later. I mean, he ended up pleading no contest to his situation. So I'm looking probably for at least a 10-game suspension for Alvin Kamara. But what I'm saying is the offense is loaded, and Chris Olave should be leading this offense, not only in targets, but opportunities to score you the most fantasy points. And that's what we're looking out for, breakout type of wide receivers. You could probably grab Chris Olave in this late 2nd, early 3rd, something like that. But by next year, you could probably see him creeping up there, probably ahead of somebody like Stephon Diggs in 2024. So take him at a discount again, because he should have a breakout in 2023. Coming in at number 3, we're going to talk about Miles Sanders. Now, Sanders did amazing for the Eagles last season, even though he wasn't really the main ball carrier because that was Jalen Hurts. Now he's going over to a team with a rookie quarterback in Bryce Young, and he should be the main ball carrier for the Carolina Panthers. And they do have a decent offensive line and a good defense. You put those two things together, you put a running back in there who should be the main go-to guy, the main running back for the ball team. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to show out and be the man for your fantasy team. Get Miles Sanders. You can get him at a pretty cheap discount, probably somewhere in the earlier to mid rounds. Miles Sanders, somebody that a lot of people may be sleeping on right now because they're thinking, oh, he's not on the great offense anymore. Now he's going to the Carolina Panthers. But the head coach is already saying that they want him to be the man and want him to get back to natural form with the Carolina Panthers. And that bodes well for his fantasy opportunities for your team. Get Miles Sanders as a breakout for 2023. Coming in at number 2, we're going to talk about Darren Waller. Now, he only played, I believe, in about 8 or 9 games last season. He was hurt for most of the season. Now he gets an opportunity over here with the Giants where there's no pass catching there. There's going to be nothing that's going to sit there and give any type of competition for those targets. He's a 30-year-old tight end that should not have any competition on the outsides, and he's going to get all the targets on the inside. When they need a 3rd down or a red zone target, Darren Waller should be the guy. Daniel Jones has shown flashes to be able to provide somebody with some type of fantasy relevance, and I think Darren Waller will be the guy to go to in 2023. You can get Darren Waller definitely in the mid rounds. Somebody you can punt on if you don't want to go for your Travis Kelce's or your Mark Andrews or your George Kittles, anything like that, and you want to wait a little bit later. Darren Waller is a great compensatory pick for you to take in your fantasy drafts, as he could be an easy top 5 tight end yet again. Just a couple years ago, he was number 2, number 3, so it doesn't matter. Darren Waller has the capability of being a top tight end, and right now you get him at a huge discount, and I look for him to have a breakout in 2023. Coming in at my number 1 spot, For the biggest breakout, I'm going to say Drake London. Let's look at the offense, guys. They added Bijan Robinson to this mix. They've got a lot of talent. The biggest thing they're missing is the quarterback spot. Desmond Ridder comes in as the starter as of right now. Taylor Heineke could take over if Ridder struggles, but either way it goes, there's nobody out there competing for Drake London to get any type of pass catching ability. Kyle Pitts really hasn't been able to put it up together yet, and they have two good backfields with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. So I think that Drake London's got all the opportunity in the world to be the go-to guy and to be yet again a 1,000-yard wide receiver for this offense. I think he's going to build. You can even probably see him maybe get up to about 1,200 yards receiving this season, and I wouldn't be surprised. Drake London has a huge opportunity. When you see opportunity in fantasy football, you think fantasy points. So I'm loving Drake London for 2023.
As always, thank you for watching the video as we continue to ramp up throughout this offseason. That way we can get you best prepared for this upcoming fantasy season. If you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. That way you're always up to date with all the information that we come out here. Leave a comment down below. What did you think about the video? Do you have any thoughts? I love to go back and forth with you guys. And ultimately, leave a big like on this video. It really helps out the channel. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.